Good morning. I'm Gina Buser, and it is my privilege to be here with you this morning. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary, which is so hard to believe, but I have been attending Springcreek for about 27 years and have had the privilege of serving in many volunteer roles over the years and currently serve here on the board of Springcreek. And as I reflect back on our 30 years as a church, I am amazed at the impact that we have made, both locally and globally. We have been a safe place for thousands and thousands of people to come into this building and into this community and just be blessed, be welcomed, regardless of what their background is and where they are in life. They have found a place of healing, they've found a place of acceptance, and they have really found a church body that they could connect with. And I am so grateful for that. When I look outside of our church, we've been a resource for the city of Garland. We have supported, we have just poured into our local nonprofits that feed the needy, that clothe the needy. We have done amazing things, from buying trucks to delivering thousands of pounds of food every year to these organizations. We have also bridged racial gaps in that we have reached out to churches in our community, African American churches, Latino churches. We have supported them. We have come alongside and journeyed. We've co-hosted events with them. We have helped rebuild their churches and their buildings. We have just had an amazing impact locally. We have really been a group of people that have journeyed together, that have done life together, and we have been an imperfect church and yet doing amazing things for the kingdom of God. When I look at what an impact we've had globally, I am just astounded at what we have accomplished together. When I think about World Vision and other nonprofits that we have supported that have fed the poor and clothed the poor. You know, Keith's very first trip to Africa, it changed the trajectory of our church. It changed our lives as a church. It changed him as a leader. It changed me as a leader and as a volunteer. And when I reflect back, I think about the fact that we have sponsored over 750 kids in a small village in Katito, Kenya. I think about we've raised well over $500,000 over the years to bring clean water to children and families that are in desperate need. We have taught in schools. We have supported, and Keith has taught hundreds and thousands, probably at this point, pastors worldwide. And when I just think about the impact that we have had globally, we are truly the church that is having a kingdom impact. And as I also reflect on our 30 years and I think about Keith's leadership and what he has meant to me as an individual and to my family and to all of us as a church, he has led us well. He and Brenda have sacrificed in amazing ways over the years. He has given of himself tirelessly to all of us. And it is our honor and my privilege to gift him, to really give him an opportunity to step away from his responsibility here at the church for a short time and really give him the opportunity to disconnect and take a sabbatical, to truly step away from the day-to-day leadership here at the church. And we believe that that is going to give him the opportunity to reflect and refuel and really seek God for what does the next 30 years look like at Springcreek. Some of you may have some questions for further clarity on what we are endeavoring to do. And some of you may not be familiar with a sabbatical and understand that a sabbatical comes from the meaning of the Sabbath, to really set aside time for rest. And we firmly believe that Keith is deserving of an extended time away of rest and rejuvenation. And our thinking on that is that he will have about 4 months away, and this will allow him some real quality time away to be able to rest and reflect on these 30 years and also think about the future and what that might look like for Springcreek. Some of you may be wondering, what does this really look like 4 months without Keith? How can we do that? How can we possibly do that? What are you guys thinking? And yet we are so blessed with an amazing staff today. I would say that we have the best staff that Springcreek has ever had in our 30-year history. We are blessed with some amazing speakers and gifted teachers that can step in during this time and not only honor us, but also honor Keith with this time away. And some of you also might be thinking of, what is the timing of this? You mentioned in the next year, we are planning right now to begin that sabbatical near the end of April and go for a 4-month period into the summer, at which time we will be very excited to welcome Keith back and learn all of the things that he has explored and discovered during this time away. We were actually planning on giving him this sabbatical earlier in the year, and literally right before we made the announcement and the pandemic hit, and we really felt that it was best to postpone that sabbatical. And so we talked about it as a board, we talked with Keith about it, and Keith felt equally that it was equally important that we postpone it for a period of time so that he could be present during these uncertain times. And yet, we feel that as we kick off this 30-year celebration with you and with our community, that we come back to this opportunity to gift him with this sabbatical. I would encourage all of us as we navigate the year ahead and as we celebrate Springcreek and as we celebrate Keith's leadership and all that he has given to Springcreek, that we remember that this is actually a long overdue gift. Many pastors take sabbaticals at various times during their tenure with churches. Some do this every 10 years or every 15 years, and sometimes even less. So for us to give Keith a 4-month sabbatical after 30 years is actually, while it's my privilege and honor to gift it to him on all of our behalf, it is actually long overdue. So please join me in celebrating and supporting and praying for Keith during this time. I firmly believe that this will be a transformative and just an amazing time for he and Brenda as they enjoy this time away. Keith, you have led well, you have loved us, you have sacrificed, and it is now your time to step back and rest and just feel the love and the generosity. You are so well loved. You are so loved by this church. You are loved by me. You are loved by every single person that is listening to us this morning, and I just thank you. We are all better people. We're a better church because of your leadership and because of who you are. Thank you.